So there's copper mines all over the world. There's copper mines in the US, in Nevada, in Utah. There's lots of them down in Chile, Peru. And we've talked about these before and how copper mining affects prices and what miners look into, right? So when copper mines shut down, it's generally because the cost to extract the copper per pound, that's how they measure it, exceeds what the value is currently. So let's say it costs them $3 a pound to extract the copper and they want to make a 50-cent profit, and copper's trading at $3 a pound. Well, that means that they break even. Now, they'll do that for short periods of time, but if it becomes 6, 12, 18, 24 months, they might kind of scrap that and shut that mine down because maybe they have to dig down so much deeper. There's more fuel involved. They're getting smaller pockets of copper that they're following. But when mines shut down, it generally doesn't affect the worldwide price of copper. What we start to see happening with some of these mines is they open up when copper prices are getting higher, and then a lot of these refining companies, there's half a dozen huge refining companies and mining companies in the world. They have mines that are ready to be opened, but until copper prices hit, $4 a pound, they can't make money on them. So generally when copper mines open or copper mines close, that's really not affecting the worldwide supply of copper or the worldwide price of copper. You think of one mine, and let's say that for some reason that specific mine contributes 1% of the world's copper, right? You're talking about 1%, that's really not a huge market reactor when so much material throughout the world is either being recycled, recirculated, or coming from other mines. So copper mines, when I see them being shut down or opened means that prices on copper are high and those mining companies can make more money. Closing them, I don't get worried when they close mines. That doesn't really affect the price of copper unless it was a mine that supplied 10% of the world's copper, which there aren't any. Mining is really a supply and demand and a price thing. It's kind of like oil. If oil costs $50 a gallon to take it out, $50 a barrel to pull it out of the ground and refine it, and it only trades at $50, that's a break even. But if you pull it out for $50 and sell it for $70, then those companies can make money. And they're willing sometimes to break even on things, but long term says that mines are not going to affect copper prices in any huge way unless large mining companies just all kind of quit at one time, which if that happened, we have bigger worldwide problems.